Is it okay if I record?
Yes, it's a good question to answer.
Yeah?
You like monkeys? What about the monkeys you like? Must have something about the monkeys you like. What you like about the monkeys? Can't do what?
Can't think of it.
Alright, no problem. What about you? What you like?
I like snakes.
Oh, that's my favorite animal too. So what about the snakes you like?
I don't know. I just like how they're colorful.
Yes.
Actually, most of them are very long.
Yes.
I also like the anaconda.
Oh, yeah. And
There's
that's,
anaconda.
so that's why you like the anaconda, because your name is Anna.
Yeah.
Ah. But do you know the anaconda is the largest type of snake in Trinidad, and it's also the largest, heaviest snake in the world.
What?
That type of snake, the anaconda, some of them could reach as heavy as 500 pounds and over 20 feet long. Now, it's not the longest snake on record. It's not the longest. The reticulated python is the longest, but the anaconda is the biggest. Yeah. And the anaconda and the python, when they're eating their food, their jaws could expand very wide, so they could swallow food much bigger than their heads. So if an anaconda head is this fat, they could swallow a pig this fat, because the mouth could stretch and go over the whole.
Oh my
food.
goodness.
And when it's actually stretching, it's like it. Alright, this is the upper jaw, and this is the lower jaw. It's like it's walking the food in. Walking the food in. Remarkable animal. So would you like to have a snake as a pet? No.
I would like to catch an anaconda.
You like to touch an anaconda?
No, I'll do. He's a dog.
You also the yellow snake?
What?
The yellow snake. You also the yellow one?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did. It was really cool.
Alright. Do you know what his name is? His name is Mustard.
Ah.
Mustard?
Yes. And Mustard is over 20 years old. We got Mustard in 2003. That day.
Hello.
In 2003. And he was small too. And I used to put him in my pocket and walk around with him and all that. Get him accustomed to handling. Now he can't really lift him up as you would like. You would need more than one pair of hands, you know. You would need more than one people to hold him. You know, and he eats big rabbits, big chicken. But when he came, he was eating little mice. As he got older, he started increasing the food in size. Started giving him rats, small rats, bigger rats. And then when he started to get older, rabbits, smaller rabbits, and big. Now we putting down a 10-pound rabbit. Yeah.
So you all will be wearing rabbits?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were in the rabbits.
Yeah.
So what would Mustard eat on a daily basis?
No, we feed Mustard once a month. Okay, reptiles have a slower metabolism, so they won't need to eat as often as mammals and birds. Okay?
Yeah.
So a snake would eat a big rabbit. He good for the week easy. Good for 2 weeks. You don't go to the bathroom as often. He defecates probably once every 10 days or whatever. Slower metabolism, slower digestion rate. It all depends on the environment. If it's in a warm environment, his metabolic capabilities will be faster. Okay? You'll be able to digest the food much faster because of the warmth. That's why what we call cold-blooded is a wrong term. Alright? Yes?
That's mustard like mustard.
You like mustard?
No, that's mustard like mustard.
Like mustard, exactly. Just like mustard.
Does Mustard like mustard? He wants to know if Mustard likes to
Oh.
eat mustard.
Well, we can't feed mustard. You won't be able to eat that.
But you look like mustard.
Yes, you wear mustard colors. Yeah.
Your teacher looks like mustard.
You think
Of
you're
course,
eating?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Right. We shouldn't call them cold-blooded. That's a wrong term. It's really called ectothermic or poikilothermia. They cannot maintain a constant body temperature. So they rely on behavior. If they need warmth, they'll go in the sun and warm up and bask. So that's why you see turtles and crocodiles and caimans and even snakes basking on a bank of a river, or they might come on the road in the night to warm up. That's why they might get killed on the road and all that. They need to absorb the heat from externally. Right. You and I, mammals, cats and dogs, have it internally. We maintain a constant body temperature. Reptiles need to acquire their warmth through behavior. They will move towards the heat. When they start to get too hot, they move away because they will overheat and die. That's why in hotter countries, they find more of a greater diversity of reptiles and amphibians than in colder countries. So that's why in the polar regions, you don't see nothing like that. That's why in South America, in warm places the tropics there, they have a greater diversity of animals on the whole than in temperate countries. Because of the warmth, the sun.
Right.
Okay?
So the sun is vital.
Vital. Without sun, they can't digest their food. Without warmth, they can't incubate their embryos or their eggs. And I say embryos or eggs because some snakes are live bearers and some snakes are egg layers. But most snakes are egg layers. So pythons are egg layers and boas give birth to live young. What? So snakes like rainbow boas, anacondas, what we call the mackerel here, which is the mackerel is the boa constrictor,
Yeah.
are live bearers. And,
Well, I learned something here today.
and pythons are egg layers. Most of the snakes, probably about 70% of all snakes, 75%, maybe more, 80% are egg layers. Alright? Many of the vipers, you ever know the vipers?
Mm-hmm.
Like the rattlesnakes and the gaboon viper?
Yes.
And all that. Most of them are live bearers as well. But we have exceptions. Like you ever heard of the Mappipi zanana
Yeah.
and the Mappipi balsam?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The Mappipi zanana is the bushmaster. The Mappipi balsam is the fodilance.
Right.
Now we have scientific names and we have common names. Okay? And we have local names. Some animals are unique because their scientific name is the same as their common name. So the boa constrictor, the common name for boa constrictor is boa constrictor. Scientific name, boa constrictor. Okay?
Right.
Now, the purpose of scientific names is for identification. Because if you are a reptile scientist, and you are a reptile scientist as well, and you are a reptile scientist from Sweden, and you are a reptile scientist from Mexico, and you come and you tell this man, well, the mackerel that we found in Trinidad, you might want to know what the hell he's talking about. But if they say the boa constrictor,
We're on the same page.
you would know what we're talking about. For identification, scientific name comes in. But every country have their local name for their animals.
Yes.
So in Trinidad, the local name for boa constrictor is mackerel. But internationally, they know that as boa constrictor. So it's an international common name, but it's also the scientific name. Right? Now, the Mappipi zanana is a local name in Trinidad for the bushmaster, which is known internationally. Alright, that's the international common name. Bushmaster. The scientific name is Lechisis muta. Alright?
Yeah.
Lechisis muta. So our scientists all over the world will know that is the bushmaster we're talking about.
Right.
It's the largest pit viper in the world, the longest pit viper in the world, what we have here. And it's in South America as well. Some of them can reach as long as 12 feet. They're massive.
Yeah.
Okay? They are exceptions because they are also egg layers. They are the only viper or pit viper in this part of the world that lays eggs.
Right.
Everybody, almost everybody else are live bearers. There are other exceptions in Asia and those places. All right. Our Mappipi balsam, on the other hand, is the dreaded fodilance. All right. Very common, more common than the zanana. Live bearers. A big female can drop only 30 babies, 35, 40 babies. A bushmaster would only lay probably about 10 eggs, 12 eggs. Small, but big eggs. So it's fun and interesting.
I have one thing to ask you.
No problem.
Before we leave, because them girls go be
No
ready
problem.
to make other move. What is your advice to people in Trinidad
in terms of if ever you are bitten by a snake, seek proper medical attention. Don't try to put your mouth on your wound to suck out any venom because you might envenomate your own self. And plus two, you're not really doing much of that. Whatever you take out wouldn't be enough to save you. Plus you can envenomate yourself if you have open wounds in your mouth. Plus you're introducing bacteria from your mouth into the wound.
Right.
Alright? So that's a false thing to do.
Because I always hear also that the best place to go is Sandy Grandy Hospital.
No. Well, it is the premium place, but every hospital, major hospital in Trinidad, have the antivenom, or they're supposed to have it now. All the major hospitals supposed to have that now. Okay? And here, now listen carefully. If you are bitten, she bitten. Here's the problem now. She will be more danger because of her size. She's smaller, right? Okay? There's some different factors plays in how long it might to survive, how long it might take you. If you're bitten on your foot as opposed to up here. Right. If you was running at the time, drinking alcohol. If you're ill already, a diabetic, hemophilia. You understand?
Yes.
If the snake itself just fed, use this venom. Never happens in a while. The snake was angry and it put you a bite. It's all. Sometimes they give you a dry bite. They just stab you with the fangs and they don't put nothing in it. Okay? They just give you a dry bite. They stab you.
A dry bite.
Right. Venom, very often, if they're capable of warning you, vibrate the tail. Not do have a rattle, but they vibrate the tail. Like a rattlesnake will rattle the rattle. Because their venom has major functions. First function is to catch food, to immobilize the prey. Second function is to digest the food. Because venom is a modified saliva.
She okay. Yeah.
It's modified saliva designed to digest and break down tissue. So if this is venom, this portion was designed to tackle red blood cells, white blood cells, different types of white blood cells, bone, platelets, to work on that. You see, it's breaking down the tissue. So if you are bitten by a venomous snake, you are technically being digested. Because what happens is that give me a hand. If you are bitten on your hand here, your whole hand is full of blood. Because all of the blood vessels have been broken down and all the fluid coming out and have nowhere to go.
Right.
Swelling.
So that preparation.
Right. So that when it
For
eats the
eating.
food, he could digest the food faster.
So that's why a lot of people who get bitten by mapapita, that's why sometimes, or like dogs, you see actually dog legs begin to rot.
Yes, they've been digested, broken down.
Right.
And also, if the venom, if the anti-venom used does not agree with you, that is killing you for the venom. Because you have to remember, you have to be specific.
Yes.
If you use the wrong anti-venom, like you use the anti-venom for Mapudi banana, for a Mapudi balsane bite, you're dead. Because the venom, the anti-venom, has to work on a substrate, and that substrate will be the venom in you. But if you can't recognize the substrate, work on your kidneys, work on other parts of your body. And then some people may be allergic to the anti-venom. Some people might be allergic to the sheep. It's sheep anti-venom, they get it from sheep. They use sheep and horses.
I think the best thing you should do is when you're going in the bush, walk well equipped.
And be careful,
Tall
keep your
boots.
eyes
Yeah.
right. And just remember, you have to always keep, when you're walking through the bush, don't talk too much. Observe.
Can't hear you in the bush.
Remember, snakes are deaf. Snakes can't hear our conversation, but they can feel vibration. They know. So that's why a rattlesnake is rattle. On the Western movies, you rattlesnake because they say that is true. The horse could damage them. So they warn the horse, they can't eat the horse because the venom is used for food. But the rattle telling you, whoever come in, if you come, I'll bite you. But if it's hunting, do you think it'll rattle?
Right.
No, it'll chase away the food. And they will pick up the vibration of a mouse and know it's a mouse. Because they can differentiate.
Wow.
The vibration, let us know it's too big to tackle. Alright? So this is the thing with animals. You mustn't say that they're bad. They are equipped to survive in the wild. And we go in their territory most of the time.
Yes.
We build our houses in their territory. We destroy the territory and So when they cycle around, have them wandering in places where they're not supposed to be wandering really, but really truly they don't do that. People who build their houses in Marval and those places, the snake coming in their yard. Because for many generations they're doing that, they go in there.
Yeah, that's their original home.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then to provide a haven for them, they might have pets there, they might have, they're keeping the place clean, they provide a home for them, and they go there. I hope I help.
Man, I really-
Enjoyable. You're
What's
very,
your name, sir?
Very knowledgeable.
Charlo?
Yeah.
Charlo.
You know, I was calling the chimpanzee down there. I say, hey, Charlo, why Charlo?
Well, my surname is Charlo. It's spelled C-H-A-R-L-E-A-U.
Right, well, you make sure they clear that.
Yeah.
So this man not related to Charlo, though, so.